Hey Shrikopaths, the new DNA update is live and there's a slew of new things added to the game. Unfortunately, many of those things are and will likely remain inaccessible to the large majority of the player base due to them being predominantly marketed to the whales. But in today's video, I do just want to highlight one standout feature that we all have access to that is actually a lot of fun. I'm Shrike, like, comment, and subscribe for more DNA content. Let's dive in. So the feature to which I refer is actually an event, and that event is called the Great Chaos of Mecha Puppets. And it may be my favorite DNA event they've ever released. I hope it remains a permanent or at least recurring event. But here's the gist of it. You get to use the annoying enemies you've been facing this whole game, and you pit them against each other in an automated battle to the death. Each piece has a value, and each stage has a max value you can't exceed. More units are unlocked as you progress, with different roles such as tanks, ranged attackers, melee attackers, and even casters. There's also a rune system that works much like it does in most games, with 3 tiers of rarity and the higher rarities of which having very powerful effects. How this rune system differs from other games is in the fact that equipping a rune onto a unit increases their value number, so it will make them more expensive to place down. Just something to keep in mind. Right at the inception of this game mode, the devs gave us savable battle formations, loadouts if you will, remembering everything but the runes attached to each unit. So once you find a setup you like, you don't need to keep placing them down one by one. This is often something developers overlook and is typically added later on, so it's good to see it right from the get-go. But once you've set your pieces, you basically just hit go and they start to fight. But roles matter here. The ranged attackers will hang back, melee will move in, and the enemy will target the tanks first, the defenders, which opens up a very effective tactic of using one defender, the very first one you're given actually, and as many ranged units set back as you can afford. I really love Wild Swarm's Arrow Mecha Puppet 1. He has a crossbow that hits like a truck, and it fires very fast. This combo easily cleared all the content currently available. In the main game mode, Master Gongshang's board, not the endless game, there are daily tasks, benchmark tasks, and more, all which reward you with special currency used in, I know, yet another shop. But bear with me. This shop has some very good stuff you can't really get in many other places, such as Luno coins and globules. We have Maze as a way to stockpile regular coins, but we don't have one for Luno coins or globules yet. Now the Luno coins aren't infinite, but the globules seem to be, which would be great to have an infinite supply of globules that we can just farm. The shop also has track modules, iridescent dye, and a bunch of unique cosmetics. In my opinion, the rewards in this game mode could be a little bit better, sure, but I'm honestly just excited that the event is actually enjoyable, and having a steady supply of globules is very much appreciated. The main game mode isn't difficult, but you can't just no-brain it. A basic knowledge of how aggro works can get you through it, but there's many more stages that will be unlocked as this event goes on, and I'm very eager to see how much harder it gets. There is an endless mode though, which is much harder, and you continuously challenge different stages and you increase in rank as you do. And as you increase in rank, the max value you can place down increases too, as well as the difficulty of the enemies. It was an interesting event to give us. I feel like they could have really screwed up this type of game mode, but for what it is, I think they did a really good job. There will be those who don't enjoy it just based on the fact that they don't like that type of thing, and that's fine. It won't appeal to everyone, and perhaps not having must-have rewards in the shop is a blessing for those that simply want to have nothing to do with it. Unlike the fishing minigame, which is basically a requirement with how good the shop items are, no matter how much some people might dislike it. Some critiques of the mode: I don't think we need to have so much freedom of movement with the camera. I don't know why that's necessary for an auto chess type game mode. Second, I really wish the units looked a bit more different, or at least had shorter and easier to recognize names. Basically, I'm saying I can't tell them apart most of the time, and more than once I've placed down the wrong one, thinking it was another one. I love that we're able to use Primander abilities with the higher tier runes, but there are no descriptions anywhere of what these abilities actually do. This is actually the biggest complaint I have. There really does need to be more information on these. When it's an enemy, you can make the argument that who cares what they do, I'll just kill them harder. But when it's your own unit and you're deciding which runes to equip to them, it's kind of important to know what they do. Just a little oversight on their part. Just fix it immediately and there won't be any problems. I want to keep this video positive, so I'll bite my tongue on the areas where this update fell short. Suffice it to say there are many, and I'll just leave it there. With all that being said, good job devs, a pleasant, fun, not grindy, yet rewarding event. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.